Okay, we are back. How are we? Did you do that workout? How was that for you? Personally, I thought that was really, really difficult after last night's class. But we did it. We got through. So, nice mobility, stretch, release type class. We're going to use Prickle Balls today. So your soft Prickle Balls, spikes, or if you've got that, you can always use this one on your foot as well. So I'll just wait and double check that everything is still good with the sound. Please, we have you again, yay! Double Friday. So let's see. Let me see. Back to the class. We check the sound again. Okay. Sounds good. So we are just going to get going with this. So you might want a folded towel or a cushion, or if you've got a little block, just in case you need it. So not necessary, but just in case. So we're just going to come up, we're going to start standing. We're just going to get right into this with the feet. I still got the fan on from the last class, it was so warm. So I'm going to use a soft, harder ball for my feet. So I'm just going to roll up and down. So you can use your Prickle Balls if you prefer, if your feet are quite sensitive. So you choose your weapon here. And I want it to be comfortable, so we're just going up and down the foot. Just one foot to begin with. And then we're going to bring the heel down, ball comes under the widest part of your foot, the base of your toes. Soft into your knee, we're just going to roll side to side around the joints of your toes. Just getting some flexibility and movement into these joints. And then we're going to come a little bit further into the middle of the foot and we're going to roll. So the heel is still down. So just working your way along the back of the foot here. And then once you come towards the heel, I want the ball of your foot down, toes down, and the ball towards the front of your heel. And we're just going to do that little side to side again. So you choose the pressure here, whatever works for you. And let's work that towards the back of the heel. We're going to do that 2 times. So from the front of the heel, side to side, to the back of the heel. And then we're going to do the same on the other foot. So we're just going to switch straight over. So up and down the sole of your foot. So this is working on the whole of the back side of your fascia in your body, from the bottom up. So much required today after this week. Lots of glutes, back, shoulders work in classes this week. So nice full length roll up and down the whole of your foot. And then let's bring the heel down. Place your ball under the widest part of your foot, so at the base of your toes, and let's just go side to side. So a little wiggle. Knee is soft. Change your standing leg if you need. If you have a little icky place in any of your feet, you can just hold there and just move your toes, wiggle your toes if you like as well. So if you want to pause this and spend a bit more time in your feet, you can. I'm just going to start working my way backwards now towards the heel. Still taking that side to side across the foot. And then once I get to the front of the heel, toes and the ball of the foot come down, ball comes to the front of my heel, and I'm just going to work my way side to side towards, from front towards the back of my heel. I'm going to do that twice. So we're just doing a nice stretch into the feet to begin with. And then, so I'm going to pop that ball off to the side just now. I'm going to come back to the 2 Prickle Balls. And I'm going to place one under each heel. So you've got toes and balls of the feet down. The balls are under your heels and bring them to a width that you feel stable. So I'm just going to kind of pulse up and down from one to the other just now. Just find my balance. So your nervous system here is just finding its balance, its space, which is a really good thing. The nervous system is just feeling where is its center of gravity. So it's the same if we were to lay on top of the big bender ball under the pelvis, lift the legs, or if we were to lay it on the foam roller and just balance on that. So just find your balance. Once you're there and you feel your feet are even, you're just going to take a little slow squat down and up. So we're not worried about the timing of the music here. Sit your hips right back. Don't let your weight fold over to your toes. It's going to want to be, you're going to resist, you're going to push back. Stretching the butt of your leggings here. Let's do one more. Bring one foot off. Stay with that foot and give it a little roll up and down again. So it might feel a little bit prickly after that. We're just moving the fluids around. Switch. Other foot, flicking it up and down the ball. So we're going to leave the balls for a moment. Let's come to the top end of your mat. Take a big breath in, feet under your hips. Lengthen nice and tall. Take one arm down and reach over to the other side. And then we're just going to sway. So I want you to engage into your bottom muscles. So you just sway one side, reaching to the corner of the ceiling, and then the other side reaching to the corner of the ceiling. So let's lift out of lower and upper ribs a little more. Let your shoulders release. Don't force into the shoulders. Bring it down. Take a big breath in, and we fold. Let your knees soften and bend if you need. Release the head and shoulders down. Just notice how that feels in the back of your legs at the moment. Let's just pad the hands out a little. Release through the shoulders, upper back. You're going to walk through into a down dog, so a calf stretch. So we've already worked on the feet. Spread your hands, push your hips away from your hands, and let's just bend one knee, release one heel down. Breathe, release. Switch. Other knee bends, other heel releases down. Just breathe, release. Bend both knees, engage your thighs, your front thighs, and release both heels down. Push your hands into the mat, lift your hips away from your hands, looking through your legs. Bend your knees, heels lift, come through, release the knees down, untuck your toes, sit your hips back, and we're just going to come into child stretch. Take the elbows wide, let the hands just rest. Nice stretch into the back of the body here, back of the hips. Gentle stretch into the thighs. You're going to come through, you're going to place balls. So you're going to come through to lay on your tummy, and we're going to place the balls one under the belly of each thigh. Let your toes just untuck, and we're just going to release the hips side to side. So just a little sway in the hips, not too big. One hand on top of the other, forehead into hand.
Everything is so confusing.
So you may want to take a moment here just to adjust where the balls are. See if they feel in the right place for you. So it should be just a little bit icky feeling.
You're so right.
It shouldn't be horrendously painful. We're not on the joint of the knee. Release your toes. We're going to bend one heel towards your backside. Release down. Let's keep the spine in neutral. We're just going to go to the other side. Do that again. Release. So a little hamstring activation gently here. We're also lengthening through the quadricep and front thigh. We're going to do that one more each side. Let's try and keep the pelvis in neutral here as much as possible. Release down. Find your neutral pelvis, neutral spine. Forehead comes to the mat, hands come beside your head, elbows down. So your forearms are down. Retract your shoulders into your spine. Little glute activation. We're just going to lift up a little. So find your place here. Neutral pelvis. Let's curl up again. And lower. So going a little bit quicker. Curl up. And lower. Curl up. And lower. So you might get knee clicks here. I am as well. Pelvis in neutral. Curl up. One more each side if you can. Start to feel a little bit of a release maybe here. Lower your upper body down. Bring your hands beside your shoulders. Push up, sit back into child. Pop the balls out the way as you come back. Stretch off. How does that feel now? Come through, back into your down dog. So we're just going to move into your calf stretch again. How does that feel now? Push both hips back, both heels down. Come back down, sit hips back to heels. Bring yourself up. So you might need a little cushion or a folded something under your right knee. We're going to do a nice hip flexor stretch here. Left leg comes forwards at a right angle. Let's just tuck the pelvis under and release. Tuck the pelvis under and release. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to tuck the pelvis under. We're going to leave the tailbone scooped forwards towards the front of the pelvis. Take the same arm as your back leg and let's just lengthen up through. Lift your ribs. Shoulder drops. And then hands supporting on the other leg. Take a little lean to the corner of the room. Take your head and gaze wherever it feels comfortable. Stay braced until your abs come out. We're going to come down. The same arm that just extended, we're going to take through into a thread the needle stretch. Extend your top arm forwards. Sit your hips back a little. Just doing lots of favourite stretches here, but we're going to use the balls as well. Hand beside your face, let's come up. We're going to switch. Left leg down, right leg forward. So we're swapping sides. Tuck your pelvis under and release. So we go again. Tuck and release. Let's do one more time. We're going to take that tailbone tuck towards the front of the pelvis. Drop into your shoulder. Take a little lengthen up. Lift out of your ribs. Support on your thigh and let's deep. Nice deep breath. Just lengthening towards the corner of the ceiling. Slowly come through. The under hip, same arm that you just length over with. That top arm and with a thread through thread the needle stretch. Extend your other arm long. Sit your hips back a little more. Hand comes beside your face, push yourself up. We're going to use 2 balls here. And you might want a cushion or a folded towel or block for your head. So we're coming to the lats. So we're coming to this area here. And I'm going to place 2 balls side by side, just to one side of my mat. So one side from center. And then I'm going to place myself, so if I come backwards first, you can see. Onto my side, knees bent, and I'm going to bring the first ball just a little bit under my armpit, around about just above bra strap area, and the other ball behind it. So we're here. Flip round so you can see, and I can see. So just find that little space. You can just take a little rock and roll up with your hips and see where that feels right for you. At the moment I've got my head in my hands. You can extend and you may want to place something between your head and your shoulder. So be prepared for that. We're just going to bring that top hand beside our chest and let's do a little rock forward and back. So see how that feels for you. Does it feel as though it's in the right place? Does it feel as though maybe you're getting a wee bit of a nerve? You might want to take one ball away, or you might want to just adjust where you are. So it's just a teeny rock and roll here. I'm still supporting my head and neck. I'm going to take my top leg. I'm going to lengthen, lift, knee to elbow. Lengthen, lift, knee to elbow. So now the pressure is moving up and down a little on the ball. You might want to extend here and release. So if you can, start to lengthen that lower arm and maybe place something between your head or your ear and your top of your arm. Let's lengthen the leg away and leave it there. So I'm going to remove this because I don't need it. I'm going to take the top hand to my thigh. I'm just going to sweep the arm overhead, palm to palm. Turn the palm towards the ceiling, sweep palm to hip. So lengthen. Draw the toes of your other leg towards the end of the room. If it feels okay, take the toes towards the corner at the end of the room. Nice deep breaths. So nice release into the side waist, into the lats of the lower bodies, and the lower part of the body as well. On the lower side. To come out, you're going to bring your hand beside your rib, bring your knee up, push your hand into the floor, slide yourself up. We're just going to switch that straight over to the other side of the room. So one ball beside the other, widthways on your mat. And then let's just bring ourselves, just my wires out of the way, down to the balls. So we're just going to keep the knees bent, just find out where that feels right for you. So you might want to adjust a little. Let's just rock forwards and back, see how it feels. So if that's really icky, it may be you need to put a folded towel, a little hand towel folded or something, or a blanket over the balls, or take one ball away. Okay. So you can keep your head here, but we're going to extend, lift, draw the knee to elbow, extend, lift, knee to elbow, and lift. So if it feels all right, let's extend the bottom arm, maybe place something between your head and neck. So lengthen, heel is flex, so your ankle is flexed, toe forward. Let's do one more. And then we're going to lengthen that leg, release the toe down. Top hand to your thigh. Let's sweep across the ceiling, palm to palm. Oh, and the side is sore and tight. Palm to ceiling, sweep hand to hip. Take your gaze slightly down. That's going to help bring your neck more to neutral. And sweep. Nice deep breaths. So it's a wee while since we've had the balls in these areas, in the area of the lats towards the upper back. You can always take your foot towards the top corner, so the end of the room or the end corner of the room. And then let's extend up. Take a breath here. Release your arm to your hip, bring it beside your face or your chest, knee bends, push your hand into the mat, let's come up. Take the balls away, back to child. Sit your hips back to heels, see how that feels now. Release. Spread into your palms, lift up, tuck your toes, push down dog. So you can walk through or you can just release your hips back, heels down. Come back. Sit hips to heels. Okay, we're going to work on a little bit of the side of the hips and the glutes here. So you might want a cushion or a folded towel or a block. One ball. So we're going to bring right knee in between hands, and then we're going to take the heel over to the opposite hip a little. So you're coming into a little bit of a mini pigeon here. So if this is not right for you, I'm going to give you another option. Your back toe is going to lift, but we're going to place the ball under the thigh and sit onto it. So just to the side of your thigh. So what we're going to do is we're coming to a figure of 4 here now. I'm going to switch around so you can see. So figure of 4, the ball is under my thigh here. Ooh, I want you to figure out where feels good for you. So you can take a little rock and roll side to side, see where it feels right. So back knee bends, so a nice figure of 4. You're just going to take a little fold down and a fold open, not too far. Fold down. So you may just come slightly down and sit upright. You can decide here with your fingers how much weight you need into that ball. If this is not right for you, you're just going to come here, you're going to take a little fold and a little open. So the ball is still under your thigh. Just a little look forwards and a little look back. Just watch your knee, make sure it's comfortable for you. So it's fine if you want to stay in a position for a little while, that's okay. This is your last time. Okay, we're going to stay in a similar position. We're going to lift up and we're going to place the ball under the glute. So under the fleshy bit, not onto your hip joint, but under the fleshy bit of your glute. We're in a similar position. So if you're seated, the leg in front, you're going to do the same. So come through. Walk back. So this is where I'm just going to adjust that ball a little bit further into my fleshy bit of my glute. So it's too close to my hip bone there. So coming forwards and back. And it's okay if you come off the ball as you come forwards. So we're getting a little glute stretch, a little hip flexor stretch. Stretch into the thighs as well, to the side of the hips. Let's do one more. Switch it forwards, switch it round. So the ball comes under your thigh first. So it's going to feel completely different from one side to the other. So if you need, I didn't give you last time, but if you need a little something here, you can always bring a little extra under your knee or under this knee. So see how it feels. This side is awful for me. This is the side I've had a lot of pain on recently. So we're just going to take it nice and easy, forwards and back. So you can start a little lower in the thigh, the side of your thigh, and then work it up. I'm just going to adjust the ball a little higher here. Just releasing a lot of lower body tension. And then let's bring that ball under the glutes. So I'm going to shuffle through. and then come forwards. So I'm coming off the ball almost as I come forward. It's literally just skimming my backside. But as I come back, I'm resting back onto the ball. Get a nice hip flexor stretch here as well. You don't have to fold all the way forwards if that's not right for you. Let's do 2 more. Just releasing around the hips, around the pelvis, around the glutes. Okay, coming off the ball, and we're going to come round onto our back. Bend your knees, feet on the floor. Ball comes under the rib cage, so under bra strap area, the base of your ribs, head and hands. Lengthen the back of your waist as your pelvis comes down. So you might need a little something under your head and neck if you're tight into your upper back here. Supporting your head and hands. Support your lower part of your head and your neck. So we're going to lengthen back, and then we're just going to curl the elbows in, draw the navel down a little. So opening, wide with the elbows as we come back over the balls. Elbows to the ceiling, and we curl in. Let's do 2 more. One more.
Don't you know I can tell it's deep in your eyes.
We're going to stay in this position on the ball. So I'm just going to readjust because I can move. We're going to lift the head away from the mat, and we're just going to take a little side roll. Sort of rocking side to side as though you're drawing the elbow down towards the opposite wall. Keep your head supported here. And then rest back to wherever feels right for you. So maybe a block under your head or folded towel, or your head is just going to get all the way down onto the mat. Extend your arms above your shoulders, one arm up, one arm down. You can add a little bit of extra pressure here, just hovering the hips off the mat. And then we're going to come open wide and across.
It makes me feel so good when you hold me that way.
Just do one more each way, so just switching the arm that comes over the top. Open wide, tip the head and the hands. Lift up. Take one ball away, take the other ball away. We're just going to bring the head and shoulders down. Nothing under the back of your head, and let's just come into a little bridge. And more. And again into bridge. And lower. One more time. Moving through after we've done a release. We're going to bring the balls right to that pinchy bit at the top of the upper back. The back of your shoulder. Maybe something under your head if you're a little bit tight into your neck. We're going to do the bridge again. We're going to lift and lower. So if you've got something under your head, you're not going to lift. You're just going to do a basic pelvic tuck and release. So if something under your head, navel back, tailbone up, don't lift off the mat. Or you're going to lift into a little bridge. Let's do 2 more. Release down. One arm up, one arm down. And then give yourself a little hug. Take the head to one side. And then the head to the other side. So the back of the head still on the floor. Open wide. Hug the other arm over the top. Head rocks to one side. And then to the other side. Release. Take the the balls away. Come into your bridge hip lift again. So if you've got anything under the back of your head, take it away. Just take your knees into your chest, have a nice little rock and roll here. Feet onto the floor. You're just going to lift one hip, slide a ball under the side of your hip, and then the other ball under the other side of your hip. So you're at the side of your glutes. So your medius here. Bring your knees and feet together and then open the knees out to the side. So you're just going to adjust here till you find the right space. Let your arms just rest back. I'm just going to shuffle up a little, so I'm a little bit lower into my medius here. Take a deep breath. Let's do a little rock, kind of like a hip hinge, as it were. So just lifting your hip up towards your rib, but a teeny bit on each side. So a little kind of shuffle up and down with the hips. Try and not engage your glutes as you do this. So a little hip hinge, a little hip hinge. And then thighs together and open. Squeeze together and open. Squeeze together. It's like a butterfly wing. One more. Keep the balls where they are. Take your knees wide, either side of your belly, hands on each knee. Take a little rock and roll here. Just release into the back of your waist. Bring your knees together. Lengthen one leg away. You've still got that ball under the side of your hips. Open the other knee out wide that's into your chest. Switch hands, bring it across. You're going to bring the weight over to the ball under your hip. Watch your balance here. Head turns away from your knee. Come back over, both knees into chest. Lengthen the other leg long. You've still got the balls in place. One hand to the knee and open the knee wide. Switch hands on your leg. Let's take that knee across the body. So watch your balance on the ball. Turn your head away from your knee. Come back. Both knees in. Let's do a little rock and roll. Take the balls away. And we're just going to do a nice easy twist over to one side. Twist over to the other side. You're going to bring yourself around onto a seated position and then round to all fours. So I'm just going to pop my waist belt back on. So round to all fours. Take the balls out the way. Sit hips to heels. Back into child. Let's see how that feels now. How does the upper body feel? Back of the waist, hips. Take a breath here. Spread your hands into the mat. Tuck your toes as you come up onto all fours, and let's push back into our down dog. How is that for you? Do you want to walk through one side to the other? Release your head, neck, shoulders. We're coming through to a plank, knees up or down. Lower your knees wherever you are and tuck your toes. Lower yourself down. Come into a little baby cobra. Slide your forearms onto the mat and lengthen through. Squeeze your glutes, lengthen to your toes. Lower down, back, hips to heels in child. If you want to take a little bit of time here and rest, release on your back, you can. Otherwise, we're going to come back to down dog. Take a moment here. Heels lift, knees bend. Let's walk hands into your feet. Sit your weight back into your hips. Release your upper body down. Release your head, neck, shoulders. Ease through the upper back. Ease through the shoulders. Take a little sway right to left if you like. Release through the neck. You can bring, interlace your hands and just bring them to the base of your head if you like. And then release. Let's walk up onto the fingertips, lengthen through the backs of the legs. Hands under shoulders, like a kind of almost half lift. Breathe here.
Me and you in a room with an ocean view.
Bend your knees, sit hips back, one hand to one thigh, one hand to the other thigh. Lengthen spine and round.
This can't be love.
Do that again. Lengthen
Be real,
and
don't
round.
lose
One more
your
time.
head. This is
Let's
happening.
round all the way up.
All of our feelings are true.
As you come up,
Yeah, they're
shoulders
true.
roll. We've been on the floor, so we're just going to easy pump through the heels.
Wondering what it all meant before you.
Feet under hips, fan all the way up.
Hold me close. Say
Exhale
that
wide
you
and
always
refold.
knew
Release.
that we would share this ocean view.
Fingertips to the floor, press your legs long
Say that
into
you
the mat,
always knew.
into your hips. So press your feet down, lift your hips, crown forward. Shoulders retract. Bend your knees, settle hips back, release over your legs. Fan up slowly. Palms together in the center, bring them down through your front. Do that again. Fan up. Lengthen nice and tall. Exhale. One more. So you should feel nice, open, released into the upper back and shoulders as you move here. Release your arms down. Take a little move, take a little jiggle, take a little walk around. How does that feel for you after doing that? Let me know how that was for you. We needed that tonight, or today, this afternoon. Ladies, hope you enjoyed that one. Something a little bit different, some favourite stretches and some prickle ball work as well. Have a great weekend. If you do any workouts on repeat, let me know. I'd love to know what the rest of you think of soul strength. Louise and I have done it.
Look at us.
Squeeze my phone. Louise and I have done it already, and it was good but brutal were the words. So have a lovely weekend. I'll see you next week. Monday class, as usual. Catch you later. Bye.